Welcome back. My name is Alex, and today we are practicing winding down practice just to arrive in your body, let go of whatever has been the whole week, and start refreshed into the week by just sleeping better. And Yin Yoga really helps to relax, to soften, to let go of tension in the physical body and mental tension. So I'm happy you're here, and we will start with a little movement, and you can come onto your hands and knees. As you can see, I do not have a yoga mat. I'm just practicing on my rug and a fake floor. Get yourself a blanket to pad your knees, and from here we will be doing a few gentle cat and cows. Inhaling, opening the heart. You can keep the neck straight if you want. And exhaling, rounding the back. If you prefer circular movements today, you can also circle your hips and your shoulders here, including your neck. Just arrive in your body here. Get some movement in your spine. And then from here, you can shift to the opposite side. You can find a neutral position here. We're gonna lift our feet up, spread our toes wide, and circle our ankles in both directions. You can flex and point your toes here. And then we'll spread the toes wide and place our feet on the floor with the spread out toes, adjusting the small toe here and either sitting on our heels, or I love to sometimes take a bolster, pillow or rolled up blanket in the back and sit on a Yin Yoga throne, how I like to call it. You can also sit up and just have a block on your hands, your fingers, making sure it's stable, depending on how much weight you want to put in your toes here so that you can still breathe. So choose a position where you can breathe. We're gonna release our shoulders, soften our neck, our face. Then you're making some funny faces. I'm a big fan of funny faces in Yin. And then notice the sensations in your body here. Breathing deeply. Eyes can be closed, or you can just gaze on the floor in front of you. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Please know, in my Yin Yoga classes, you can always release earlier or stay longer. Every day is different. Our bodies have different needs each day. So let's practice listening to it, hearing it, feeling it, and not pushing over it. Okay. Whenever you feel complete, you can release by coming onto your hands back and circling your feet here. pointing and flexing the toes, and then tapping maybe the feet on the floor. And you can come into a seated position, cross-legged seated, maybe sitting on a block bolster blanket, something that elevates your hips so you're not kind of being pulled back or trying to pull in the front. And I like to place one hand on my chest, my heart, one onto my belly. You can do the same, or just keep your hands on your legs facing up or down. And then bring your awareness to your nostrils and the breath coming in and out. And notice in your body, how are you feeling today physically? What thoughts are present? Emotions? Softening your eyes here, your face. And you're making some fun faces. I'm going to take a deep breath in and exhale through the mouth. Let it go one more time. Maybe you want to bring both hands to your heart as you set an intention for today's class. Maybe it's as simple as it is winding down, nourishing. And when you're ready, you can release your hands and start rubbing them. Imagine you're filling them up with that intention of yours. And then you can place your hands either over your eyes or anywhere else in your body. You can either keep your eyes closed or gently opening them. We will stay crossed-legged. Maybe you want to extend your legs for a moment here. I like to massage just below my chin or lower leg bone with some gentle pressure. And then from here, you can come back into crossed-legged seated. See if you want to adjust the prop below you. Maybe you want to take a pillow or shift the blanket, add more, remove something. I always encourage everyone in my yin classes to just, adapt throughout the class. Don't stay static, it's okay. And then have a look at your legs and see which foot is in front. Okay. And from here, you're gonna inhale and then you're gonna exhale, gonna lower down. Maybe you wanna place your hands onto a block. I recommend going first, like 40% down. You can keep your neck in alignment with your spine, but just gazing in front of your hands. Maybe you also have your bolster here in front and want to come into your lower arms. And if your body invites you, if it feels good and you can breathe here, you can go all the way down. I'm going to take a few breaths here to settle in. And before you find stillness, see if there's anything that you need to change to feel comfortable here. As every exhale, you're softening a bit deeper here. And maybe that depth isn't visible to the eye. It just feels like you're holding less on. Softening your eyes, your jaw, your neck. And remembering to breathe, to fully exhale and to inhale. Taking your last few breaths here. Or if you want, you can of course stay longer. Come out step by step. If you're all the way down, come first onto your lower arms, down to your hands, and then you can walk your hands back. You can shift your legs here. And then remember if the right or left leg is in front. And you can extend your legs. And then from here, when you're ready, you can move on to the other side. Make sure the other leg is in front. And maybe you're like, I need more props, I need less props, or I need different props here. So please shift the props however you need it. Inhale and slowly lower down, exhale. And each side is different, you know. Maybe on this side you can't go as deep, or you can go much deeper. Usually the second side is a little harder in this cross-legged position because we have the tendency to have the easier leg in front. Breathing here wherever you feel the most tension in your body, which may be in the hips, the thighs, the glutes, the lower back. And then releasing your jaw here, maybe sticking the tongue out in the next exhale. And finding a comfy position for your neck. Noticing where you're holding tension in the body right now. And if you can soften it to the next exhale, maybe just for a second, maybe not at all. And both is okay, and anything in between. Keep breathing here. And either stay a little longer or maybe you're already out. Maybe you feel completed now. Moving through the stages. If you're all the way down, please come first on your lower arms, then on the hands, and slowly back up. Extending the legs for a moment. And maybe you want to hug in your knees here, wrapping the arms around your legs, resting your head on your knees or your arms, and gently rocking from side to side. And then from here, we're going to make our way into a child's pose. Maybe you want to use your bolster. I will show you both options. Recommend patting your knees here again. And in the first version I'll show with the bolster in front. You can take your knees slightly wider than your hips, bringing the big toes to touch and sitting back. And maybe you want to take another pillow in the back of your buttocks and knees or a blanket. You can take your bolster closer here, extending the arms, wrapping them around the bolster if you want, and placing your head on one side. This is like to feel very supported and held. You can also just use pillows beneath you, blankets. Or you can go without the bolster, extending the arms and placing your head on the side or in the center. Choose which of the options is serving you. Wherever you are, release your elbows on the floor, release your neck, your spine. And I will let you know when it's time to switch the head to the opposite side. I like to imagine here how I'm softening the front and the back of my heart space, the chest and the shoulder blades, upper back. can shift your head to the opposite side. Taking a clearing breath whenever needed through the nose in and through the mouth out with a sigh or a yawn. Taking the last few breaths, maybe bringing the forehead in a neutral position. Either staying here a little longer or whenever you're ready, you can slowly walk yourself out and come into embryo. Just laying on your side. It's nice to take a pillow between the knees and a pillow under the head. Just resting here for some time, allowing yourself to digest the different poses we've done. Noticing how you're feeling right now. Taking a few deeper breaths here. Remembering your intention. And when ready, you can press yourself up with the upper arm. I like to not engage muscles if not needed in yin. And from here, we will come back onto our hands and knees. We'll come into a sleeping swan, and you may want to have your bolster in front or any other props and pat your knees. From here we're going to slide our right knee to our right wrist. and extend our left leg in the back. I like to gently lift myself up here. Take that bolster closer and slowly first lower down onto my lower arms. You can take a block if you want under that right glute if it's needed, if it gives you extra grounding. And if your body invites you, you can also lower all the way down, wherever you can feel your hips, and you can breathe. With each exhale, you allow yourself to soften into your props here, breathing into your hips, your glutes. Soften your jaw here. Maybe you want to extend your tongue with the next exhale. I feel this helps to release any tension in the tailbone, the hips. Deep breaths in. And then either stay here a little longer, or if you're ready to release, you can first center your head and come first back onto your hands, lifting yourself out here, and then remove any props under your hips, and you can roll over to your side and come into embryo or onto your back in a neutral position, bringing the knees together, walking the feet out, and just breathing wherever you are, on the side or on your back. How's your body feel right now? What do you feel? What do you feel emotionally? What thoughts come up? Maybe there is an insight, a message from your body to you. Something maybe you already know and you've been ignoring. And wherever you are, let's meet in a knee hug. And then you can roll over to one side and come very slowly up until you take your time before coming onto your hands and knees, gathering any props you may need on this side or want to try out. We will be sliding our left knee to our left wrist. Turn the left ankle towards the right side. Extend that right leg. I like to gently lift myself out of the hips here. And then slowly lower down first onto your lower arms or stay on your hands. Get more props, really prop yourself up. And then breathe here into your hips, your glutes. Releasing the neck, the face, the jaw. Letting yourself rest. Taking a clearing breath through the nose in and mouth out. And then come up onto your hands. Whenever you're ready, take your time here. Maybe you want to linger a little longer. Whenever you're complete, you can come again, laying on your side or on your back. And just resting for a moment. Integrating. Release your jaw. And wherever you are, we're going to meet in a knee hug. And then roll over to one side in embryo. Bringing awareness to your chest and your shoulder blades, the front and the back of your heart. And when you're ready, we'll meet in a seated position. Take your time to get there. I'm going to lift our heart up. We'll come to a heart opener. So maybe you have a bolster, maybe not. I will first show the version without a bolster, but with a block. You can, of course, also try to make a bolster with pillows and blankets, or use a second rolled up yoga mat that you can lay on. Maybe you have a block or a Harry Potter book or a thick book. And we will place that block on our upper back, really above where the shoulders end. The bottom will be. Someone is wearing a bra where your bra strap would end, just the body blue. And I like to have a second block or pillow under my head, just to have my head a little lifted. And maybe you want to have a gentle, soft blanket for your lower back. So this is the first version. We're going to come slowly down. And then you can use your hands to adjust this block. Really on the bony part, not too low, not on your rib cage, not onto your kidneys. And adjust the second block too. And you can keep your knees bent here. Or if you want, you can bring your feet together, let your knees fall out to the sides. Add some pillows or blocks or blankets under your knees. Or you can also keep the legs extended. And then, if you have a bolster, you can place your bolster at the top, and we will bend our knees and slowly lower down this bolster. And then take a comfortable position for your arms and your legs. Same, either butterfly legs, bent knees, or extended legs. Really feeling how your heart expands with each breath in and how it lowers as you exhale. Softening your eyes here, letting your head sink deep down. Your spine can rest here on your props. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale with a yawn or a sigh. Remember to breathe. any emotions or thoughts to be there. And then take another deep breath in and out. And where you are, start to gently move your limbs, your fingers, toes. Maybe gently rolling the head from side to side. If it feels safe for your neck, and you can bring your hands onto your belly. If your legs are in butterfly, use your hands to bring your knees back to center. If your legs are extended, you can walk your feet back. And you can either just roll down onto your side or press your elbows down and come to lay on your back or on your side. I like to bring my knees together and walk my feet out. And from here, we're going to move into a twist. For that, you can keep your knees bent and feet on the floor. We bring our hands onto our belly and gently circle our hands with some gentle pressure onto our belly. We hold sometimes so much unaware tension in the belly. It can cause all sort of weird things in the body, like headaches. I'm gonna move our hips for like 3-4 centimeters to the left side and cross our legs with the right leg on top, left leg on top, and then bring a bolster or a block on each side of your hips. Then you can rest your knees. We'll take a deep breath in, exhale our knees to the right side onto a prop, walk the shoulder blades away, and find a comfy position for your hands here. The head can stay neutral or be on either side. Taking 3 deep breaths to land, softening here. Maybe you're already feeling sleepy here or realized, oh, I really needed this rest. from here, whenever you're feeling complete, you can bring your hands back to your body, centering your head, and then slowly bringing the hips and knees back to center, keeping the knees bent here, just taking a couple breaths. Here we're going to shift our hips gently to the right side, crossing the legs. If you don't have a prop yet on the left side, please bring it there. And then exhale your knees to the left side. Adjust your shoulder blades and arms and neck. 3 deep breaths to arrive, to land here. And whenever you're complete, you can come back to the center for a few breaths. Take your time. And I'm gonna hug our knees in. And from the knee hug, move into happy baby, lifting the soles of the feet towards the sky. Grabbing your legs, lower legs, or feet or big toes. I like to grab the outer edges of my feet. Knees are relaxed towards the floor, so are your shoulders, your arms, your neck. And if you want, you can gently rock from side to side until you settle into stillness. Gently pressing your lower back down. Relaxing your shoulders, your neck, your face, your arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh or yawn. And when complete, hug your knees in. Preparing for Shavasana, our final resting shape. Maybe you want to have a bolster under your knees or a blanket and a pillow if you want, covering yourself with something. You can also lay on your side or on your belly if that's more comfy for you. Or sometimes we have a cold or allergy and we just don't feel comfortable laying on our back. That's okay. I will let you know when it's time to come back. Whatever pose you choose, let's take 3 deep breaths in and out. And by deep, I mean intentionally breathing in. And as you exhale, you let your body go. You let your body become heavy. One more time with a sigh. Start to slowly deepen your breath here again, feeling the floor under your body. Bringing gentle movement in your hands, your fingers, maybe rolling the head from side to side. And stretching yourself here in all directions. And we're gonna hug our knees in, or you can also directly roll over onto your left side. Just enjoying this feeling a little longer. And then lift yourself in a seated position. You can keep the eyes closed, maybe sit onto something, or final meditation. Crossing your legs and then bringing the leg in the front, in the back. I like to take my hands in my lap here on top of each other. Bringing awareness to your nostrils. The inhale and the exhale through the nose. Notice what happens with your body as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And bring your hands to your heart, tuning into what you're grateful for right now. And then now close the space with a deep breath into our hearts. And exhaling this heart energy into our body, into the world, to our homes. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you want, you can rub your hands here, fill them up with whatever you need tonight, this upcoming week. Welcome back. I know that maybe now you're a little sleepy, but maybe also you feel energized. It's always different depending on how was our day, how was our week. Please honor that, and I will be talking a bit about my training. You can always look at it also tomorrow, or maybe you want to stay. It's not going to be long. If you do have any questions, please write them in the comments. And I figured out now the technical stuff, so our next YouTube live will be smooth. I am reactivating my YouTube channel, so there will be videos coming. If you have like team requests, length requests, or also like times you love to practice in, let me know. You can always write me either on Instagram or here on YouTube, via email. And if you're in Zurich City, tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. I'm doing a donation-based yin class at Radiant Heart Studio. You're very welcome to join. And all the details are on our studio website, radiantheartstudio.com, including all these YouTube classes that will be there too. If you have something to drink, please drink. And if you have any questions, please pop them down in the YouTube comment section, and I'll have a look at it. If you watch the replay, you can always post the questions or send me a message on Instagram or email me, and then I'll respond to it, maybe through a reel, of course anonymously, maybe here on YouTube, maybe turns into a whole class, Just come to check. I see Nick Ryan is asking about a bedtime yin series. I love that, and yes, I've been planning to do that. It will come in different lengths, and also I love to do in the middle of the day yin, just to recharge when I'm kind of tired, but I don't really have time to nap, or I don't want to nap. Sometimes you just don't want to nap, you feel sluggish afterwards. So it's coming. Thank you. And if you are in Zurich this summer, or you want to travel to Zurich, there will be a yoga immersion. I call it immersion because for me it's more than just a training. It's really like feeling the yin in your body, in your mind, in your heart, in your energy. And one can do it as a teacher training and teach afterwards, like if you already have experience teaching. But maybe you want to also see it as a really deep retreat. And maybe you've seen it, but I call it, I call my training ceremonial, non-dogmatic, embodied, and sensory sensitive. So kind of words that describe it very well, like the way I practice, the way I teach. And by ceremonial, I mean that I like to create journeys. I like for people that come to my classes or come to study in my trainings, my immersions, my retreats, to come and have an experience from the beginning. I want it to be beautiful, the space, the, the whole ambience, the smell, the things that we drink and eat have an intention behind them. It's nothing is random. And for me, ceremonial is also like celebrating life, basically, and honoring and appreciating the small and the big things, and just beautifying everything. And non-dogmatic. Non-dogmatic means really non-dogmatic, like, you know, I'm not going to impose a truth on you. All that we do is through our bodies, hence embodied, grounded. I do like to connect to the heart, and maybe that means for you something else than for me. But I do not like fixed rules and too much how things should be and one rule after another. There are things that there are principles for yin yoga, yes. There are frames of holding space, but then there is also you. There's your practice, your intentions, your way, and your style, and it's one has to experiment with that and try it out. And sometimes dogma can be just out of fear, like we need a frame to hold on to, but the frame is just built on weird foundations. So how can we figure out what feels right in our body? How can we reclaim back actually noticing what feels right in our body, because we don't know anymore. And by body, I also mean that it's not just theory. It's like we talk about things and then we try them out. And then you also see, hey, it's different in everybody. It's not like in everybody the same. That's also very important for me. And sensory sensitive, I myself have had a phase in my life where I had very, very frequent migraines, heavy migraines, and I mean like every day for some time, for some months, if not years. And yin yoga has helped me with it, and the migraines have helped me to be even more aware of what I say, how I say it, and the way I move through the space and how I create spaces. So, like, how's the smell? How loud do I speak? How is there music? Is there no music? Like, how much is needed, in a space for the practice? Really, how much talking is needed, and how much is just spiritual. I call it spiritual entertainment that looks good, looks like you're doing something, looks deep, looks spiritual, but it doesn't matter. It's just fluffers, it's just fluff practices. It doesn't help you, and just puts pressure. So for me, it's less is more, and that can be confronting sometimes because suddenly there is nothing happening, yeah. So this is a little bit, yeah, how I teach, what is my philosophy. And I learned in yoga through the tantric hatha tradition, hatha yoga tradition, and we will work with yoga philosophy, like we will sequence through an energetic and a physical lens, and they kind of like nicely overlap. So we're going to work with the pranavayus from the yogic philosophy, and then we're going to work with the myofascial meridian lights. And I'm not very attached to any philosophies because, again, non-dogmatic, so it doesn't matter which background you have or if you care about it. It's more like to give you a little overview. For me, it's important that you learn how to sequence, that you learn how to cue, so how to bring people in and out. And it looks easy, it's hard in Yin because you don't want to say too much, but you want to be on point. And with the time of the class, people are more and more relaxed, so they're not going to listen too much, they're not going to hear you too much. So you need to exactly to know how to say things so they land and keep people relaxed. So how to create Yin spaces, how to hold the space, and how to be comfortable as a Yin yoga teacher. Like, it's this uncomfortable sometimes in the beginning because you don't know, are they comfortable? What are they going through? Why are they so serious? It's so still. I want to talk, and you can't. I mean, you can, but it may not make your reading class better. So this is a little bit about the training. It's going to be in August, and there are more training dates coming up. August 21st to 23rd, so Friday to Sunday, and again on 28th to 30th, so 28th, 29th, 30th of August. If you want to travel to Zurich, I can also send you recommended accommodations, or maybe you live in Zurich and you want to give yourself this time. It's really gonna be beautiful and deep, and we're gonna be a small group. I don't do big groups. Like, we're gonna be at the max, like really maxed out, 8 people. So that's the max. And yeah, I would love to have you until Monday, next Monday, not this Monday, 15th of June. There's an early bird pricing. There are partial payments, and please get in touch if you have questions. I also have 20 minutes free calls that you can book. It's all in the description of this video, and if, yeah, hit me up on Instagram and let's connect. Yeah, so thank you very much for being here. I'll just have a look at the chat one more time if there are any questions. I'm very grateful that you were here today and practiced with me. Let me see a last look, and remember to have another sip of whatever you're drinking. Okay, so I will say goodbye to you. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful evening or day or whatever you're watching this. Bye!